Hey everybody, Joe Venorni, Chair of the Geek TV. We are here at San Diego Comic-Con 2025 talking about Defiant, the story of Robert Smalls. We're here with Chris Cooper from Legion M, who's one of the producers of the project. 2 years in the making, this graphic novel.
Yeah.
Talk about, well, before we start, for those people that don't know, who is Robert Smalls and why is his story important and deserving of a graphic novel and a soon-to-be film?
That's a huge question. So Robert Smalls was an enslaved person pre-Civil War. He essentially grew up with certain privileges in the home that he was a part of. His mother was enslaved there as well. And he was exposed to high society, to white society. And when he became of age, he said, hey, this life of a slave is not for me. And so he started to push back his whole childhood on the idea of him ever living that life. And so Defiant is the story of how Robert went from being that, defiant young man to actually masterminding what I would say is the greatest heist in history, which is, he came up with a plan to steal his master's ammunition boat during the Civil War, sailed it up, fought off the South, made it to the North, and became one of the most famous people in the United States at the time, because he's the one who defeated, the entire South. He got away. And so when he made it up north, Abraham Lincoln made him one of the first officers, well, the first African-American officers in the United States. So he helped win the Civil War and a bunch of other things. And I feel like I'm attached to telling his story now for the rest of my life. This is like something that I have been blessed to do.
Yeah, it's an amazing story, amazing man. So it's about 2 years, Comic-Con 2 years ago was when the Kickstarter was in the midst of raising money for that graphic novel. 2 years later, it's a huge success. Books come out. What's it been like getting this enormous positive response from the Kickstarter backers, the public, librarians, teachers, educators, and what's the challenge of getting a book like this out there when there's a lot of craziness going on in the world and there's certain states that are actively working against getting books like this out?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about the community. The community has fully supported this project from day one. It's a story that extends beyond race. It extends beyond circumstance. And the fact that, the Kickstarter went so well, $150,000 worth of products sold to support this project when all we had was an image of what we wanted the graphic novel to look like. So the Kickstarter community and the Legion M community built this project from the ground up, and they have been supportive through and through. So the teachers, the librarians, those people are usually part of our community. And so we know we have to tell this story now. And when we started this project, we used to joke, not humorous, but we would talk about like what would happen if this, if politics continue to go the way they're going, if this book was banned. And so the team all said, well, if it's banned, then the kids will read it, right? And so we look at it like this is the perfect time to put this story out because it's more relevant now. The fact that this isn't just Black history, but it's American history, and it's something that we should all know about. This is the time for us to put the pedal down even further and push as much as we can. So if there's states that don't accept the book, we have Legion M people and Kickstarter people in those communities who have vouched to buy books for libraries, buy books for their kids' schools. So I think we have a ton of support right now, even in this climate.
So the book's out. Now we're looking towards the future, right? A major motion picture about Robert Smalls. What's kind of the status of that film? What can you tease about it?
Yeah, so the film has always been that's been our guiding light from day one. So it started out with a movie script before the idea was even there for a graphic novel. So we decided to pause the development of the film in order to build an audience for this and actually get his story out there quicker. So that's where the graphic novel came from. So the film has always been there. Over the last 3 or 4 years, we've had A-list actors, your favorite celebrities, directors. We have had many conversations. and we're moving that forward. So this is going to be a story that's told on the big screen, significant budget. All the moves that we're making are pushing it to that direction. So my hope is that within the next couple of months, we're able to announce the director that we've been negotiating with and talking to. But there are several folks that have expressed interest in this project. So I mean, that's a problem. As much as I can say about it right now, but I can tell you that is absolutely the goal.
So keep your eye out for that film announcement, and in the meantime, go get this book. It's available on Amazon, at your bookstores, libraries will have it. It's called Defiant, the story of Robert Smalls. This is Chris Cooper. Check out Cherry the Geek TV for more coverage here at San Diego Comic-Con 2025.